I'm Cape Joel, and before we get into what I'm sure will be another great comic book video, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to you about Verve. What is Verve? Well, it's a one-of-a-kind streaming app. Thanks to them, this month I've been taking a trip down memory lane and rewatching the entirety of Freakazoid. After that, I discovered they had a bunch of killer new shows I had never seen before, like The French Last Man, as well as Gary and His Demons, which people have been touting as the next big Rick and Morty level success. And hey, speaking of Rick and Morty, they also have the first season of Dan Harmon's D&D show Harmon Quest, which I highly recommend. Maybe animation isn't your thing, then Verve also has a ton of live-action comedy as well, from the likes of Carmen Esposito and even Joey Coco Diaz. The best part is you don't even need to be online to watch these shows. I downloaded them and streamed them directly to my TV. Verve subscription plans start as low as $9.99, but if you use my special link both on screen and down in the description, you can get a full 30 days free. I promise you won't be disappointed, and with that, let's hop into the video. Dangerous cosmic forces from both the past and the present are all converging on Earth to try and claim the Infinity Stones for themselves. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into Infinity Wars Prime issue number 1 and find out for ourselves, shall we? So I was pleasantly surprised to find out that this comic actually starts in the library in the City of Omnipotence. A very cool little Jason Aaron creation wherein the Asgardians keep all of their collected knowledge. Loki is there doing a bit of light reading and getting quite discouraged. All the great histories of the universe he reads, all histories of the multiverse in fact, all seem to end the exact same way with him. Loki is the bad guy, or Loki loses. Loki is very unhappy about this, saying that the history books are biased and never considered his point of view for a minute. His loud whining ends up attracting the attention of the Tome Keeper. She says that there's a secret special book in the library that might be right up his alley. Only when he opens the book, he finds an older picture of himself and a ton of torn pages. The Tome Keeper says that if Loki has such a problem with his lot in life, he should take it up with the Elder Witches of the God Quarry. Yet again, another wonderful continuity draw from the Marvel Cosmic Universe, this time Jeff Lemire's Thanos book getting the drop. Now, back on Earth, Adam Warlock makes his position known to Doctor Strange. He wants to gather the Infinity Stones, but moreover than that, he wants the Sorcerer Supreme's help on trying to fix the Soul Stone, which he says is all out of whack. Strange is suspicious of Adam Warlock, and rightly so, because he's only here in this day and age because of an alliance struck with Kang the Conqueror. All the same, though, Strange does opt to help Warlock out using one of his new magical items to help transverse the dimensional doorways to the universe that the Soul Stone is in. Turns out Warlock was more correct than he ever could have imagined. This place has quite literally gone to hell, complete with what might very well be an actual demon of some kind. This thing would have snuffed Warlock's light too if Doctor Strange wasn't forced to use the Time Stone to rewind, kinda like in the Doctor Strange movie, to save them both from utter death. This sadly does betray the fact that Steven was lying to Adam about having one of the Infinity Stones and that he's trying to put together his own Infinity Watch. Now, that being said, no one's hands are truly clean in this situation. We discover that Adam Warlock's deal that he struck with Kang had the caveat that at the end of all of this, Warlock would give the stone to Kang. So, needless to say, these two aren't going to be working side by side for now, which is a crying shame because they're really going to need all hands on deck if they hope to stand a chance against the evil that's coming, included but not limited to Thanos, who had gained control over the Chitauri homeworld, and who, again, in another wonderful continuity pull, talks about traveling to the future, battling and defeating his older self and feeling that, he's been thinking too small. And that it's not just enough for the Mad Titan to gather all the Infinity Stones again on this Earth. No, he wants to gather all the Infinity Stones in the multiverse, so nothing nowhere could stop him ever. Here's the thing though, the real big bad of Infinity Wars makes the scene, and they have other plans. This person is Requiem. We saw them having Puck the Space Troll make them a brand new weapon. One that gets put to major use in this admittedly very short battle between Requiem and Thanos. The crazy part is that before the Mad Titan's head gets separated from the rest of him, he would seek to imply that he actually knows who Requiem is under the mask. Whatever Requiem's motivations are, they aren't what you might at first think. She, I'm assuming she's a she has a female figure, doesn't want the Infinity Gauntlet. She doesn't even want the Chitauri army. She destroys both just to show how badass she truly is. And it's on that note right there, believe it or not, the comic comes to a close. So that was Infinity Wars Prime issue number 1, everybody, and I gotta say, they get this event off in style. I think even if you didn't read the Countdown miniseries, I think there's a good chance you'll be able to catch up with what's going on here, especially if you've been reading the other Marvel Comics cosmic books, in which case, if you did, get ready to be really really well served here with some awesome references that show that the architects of this story have indeed been paying attention. Hats off to Diodato's artwork too. This guy was positively born to draw space aliens, Vikings, and everything in between. Not sure how I feel yet about Requiem. It's been a long time since we've had a real mystery plot of who's under the mask. The smart money apparently going around the internet right now is that it's Gamora. I mean, think about it. Female figure, fights with a giant sword, hates Thanos. Thanos recognizes her. She was jilted by the Guardians. It makes sense. Overall, I'd give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Infinity Wars is going to be shorter, only 6 issues. I hope it keeps this momentum. I hope it doesn't hit any delays, and I hope the tie-ins are worthwhile.
Hey there, everyone. It's your old pal Cape Joel, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. If you did, why not check out some of these other videos I've been working on? Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I got coming out next. And hey, if you really like what I do, you could check out my Patreon link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and podcasts before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 a year, and I would really appreciate it. So, until we meet again, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back again with more comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye.